See, from what we can see, the truth is, a back five team is the weakness of Enzo Maresca. That's the truth. If you want to get the better of Enzo Maresca, play a back five. Set up your team to play 5-4-1 or 5-3-2 or 5-1 whatever. Let there be 5 defenders. That is the weakness of Enzo Maresca. Now, Enzo Maresca released a press conference I think this morning or yesterday, right? He was talking about how teams that Nottingham Forest, they've not played in a back five before. But when they faced Chelsea, they played in a back five. Though Chelsea, we won that game. But remember how difficult that game was. In another universe, Chelsea lose that game. Chelsea are down by 2-0 in the first half in that game. Then Sunderland too. Enzo Maresca said that Sunderland, there are 9 games or there are 8 games. 8 games that they've played this season in the Premier League. They've always set up with 4 defenders at the back, right? But against Chelsea, they set up with 5 defenders at the back. Enzo Maresca was saying this. Now, remember, I made a video yesterday talking about, the tactics, how Sunderland set up against Manchester United and how Sunderland set up against Chelsea. And I said it that against Manchester United, Sunderland set up with a 4 defenders, 4 at the back defense. While against Chelsea, Sunderland set up with a 5 defense at the back or 5 players at the back against Chelsea. I was making this scenario, telling you guys that you cannot compare that Sunderland versus Manchester United and Chelsea versus Manchester United. That you can't compare because the setup was different. Now, I am very happy that I dropped that video before Enzo Maresca's press conference because a lot of you would have assumed that if I did not drop that video before Enzo Maresca's press conference, a lot of you would have assumed that I was talking because of Enzo Maresca's press conference. But no, I was not talking because of Enzo Maresca's press conference. I was talking because that was what I saw. And I am happy that Enzo Maresca, he came out in a press conference and he said everything that I was saying. 5 at the back, that was the problem. And I feel like, yeah, Enzo Maresca is a purist. Now, what is a purist? A purist are people that they have a particular way and that is what they want to do. They don't really want to look at another way. Now, again, you might have an opinion about that and say that it's not the right one at all. But this is who Enzo Maresca is. The sporting directors at Chelsea, they knew that Enzo Maresca was a purist before they went to employ him. It was with his purist form that he has won 2 trophies at Chelsea, right? Conference League, Club World Cup. That purist nature of Enzo Maresca, that's what he has used. Because I am seeing a lot of people giving opinions and are saying that if Enzo Maresca is saying that, Enzo Maresca is saying that if a team just set up with 5 at the back, then he cannot win or he cannot this and that. He needs to adapt and all. And yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Like, you cannot really be that static, right? But then again, I understand from what Enzo Maresca is saying. Like I said, he's a purist. And whether I like it or not, the dynamics when you are preparing for a team to play that plays 4 at the back is different for the dynamics when you are preparing for the same team with 5 defense. I mean, if you want to play Arsenal, for example, and Arsenal decided, okay, we are fielding in 4 defenders at the back. We are playing in 4-4-2, 4 defense at the back, 4-man defense. The dynamics to counter that 4-man defense is different. If that same Arsenal team now switch to a 5-man defense, it's different. So, Enzo Maresca cannot necessarily prepare for both the 4 at the back and the 5 at the back. He can't. That's the honest truth. Because I see people saying, why don't you just prepare for the 2? Prepare for 4 at the back and 5 at the back. He cannot, because the dynamics is different. With 4 at the back, you have to prepare for each player, the characteristics of each player, you have to look at it. Then with 5 at the back too, you have to perform, you have to prepare for the characteristics of each of those players. The same players, but because it's not 5 at the back, they will have different characteristics. So basically, you're asking Enzo Maresca to prepare for 2 games when he wants to play 1 game. Again, it's difficult to do, but I feel like Enzo Maresca needs to find a solution. That's the honest truth. Again, he needs to find a solution. That's why he's the coach. That's why he's being paid. He needs to find a solution because right now, teams are playing 5 at the back, and that is Enzo Maresca's weakness. He has even come out to say it, like he has given a press conference to say it, and I hope he finds a solution. Now, if I were in Enzo Maresca's shoe, right, a way I would combat this 5 at the back is by playing 2 strikers. Play 2 strikers, right? Play 2 strikers, then play your wing backs. Play wing backs too, or wingers. Wing backs, not even wingers. Not 2 at the, not 3 at the front. 2 attackers, 2 strikers. Play wing backs. Let them be spamming crosses. Be spamming crosses. That's the only way. Be spamming crosses. One must enter. Since all of them want to be mad and play back 5, Enzo Maresca, you have to be more mad and play 2 strikers with wing backs that will be sending crosses. Because there's a saying, it is madness that you use to cure madness.